Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to Fallout 76, Steel Dawn.
All initiates get one authorized weapon. No more, no less.
I bring my own.
Link in the chain that binds. And that is what keeps this order together. You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
How should we handle the raiders?
Paladin Romani forbids engagement without warning. So, we will attempt to speak to them when we arrive.
I'm good at that.
Said, the raiders have already made it clear they're determined to be our enemies, stealing supplies, ambushing patrols, using Brotherhood weapons to terrorize the region. If they are unwilling to cooperate, we will put our foot down. So be prepared for combat.
Okay, Krabby. I'll secure the storeroom.
One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
You're very fond of ultimatums. Makeshift vault?
For your sake, I hope this is a scheduled visit.
Oh, I remember. This was... They added this in, like, the last patch. I forgot. I didn't ever went to go check it out.
Without running my own up.
Mothman. With a weird reverse color filter. I like that there's just enough detail in the background you can tell it's Watoga. Blue eyes. Mothman can't... I mean, obviously it's a reverse filter. This Mothman had red eyes, but... What are the colors? They can have red for hostile. Is it yellow or, like, orange if they're neutral? And I think the... Is it this... Oh, wait. I don't want to start dealing with this area. I think the one from the Lighthouse event is purple-eyed, I think. Something along those lines. Oh, I didn't realize I hadn't started the quest. I thought I had started this quest. Wait, what? That's weird. I need to take more pictures. It's just... I don't want to just take random pictures. I want them to be right for the moment, you know? I've taken so many good shots and I keep losing them just from the things I do on the system. Okay, they're not hostile.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you?
Pierce, huh?
I gotta say, you're doing a good job representing them. Dressed up in all that...
Oh, he's
clunky
commenting on my power armor.
It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Is here to claim this property.
That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? Because, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material...
Oh, jeez, when did you get here?
Hereby under
Hey, cool
possession
armor.
of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say...
I kind of like Pierce, honestly.
Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there?
You won't get anything from keeping the storeroom. Do you really want to sacrifice lives here?
You do have a point. This place doesn't offer us any strategic leverage over the Brotherhood. If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers that a top-ranking member would come to collect them himself?
Jin,
I
comment?
don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy, but it's irrelevant to the situation.
Huh.
You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse.
Hey, wasn't there that Matthew Thornberry character who seems unaccounted
How
for?
about you? Do you seriously take orders from this constipated suit of metal?
I mean, Shin won't like this one, but it'll make us look bad if you use Brotherhood weapons to terrorize people.
Terrorize? We're out here trying to survive, just like anyone else. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood is marching around in power armor, threatening people who don't meet its demands. You tell me who's the real terror.
Can you talk a little louder?
Back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater.
I like Pierce.
Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
I think this is the first time we've ever had an NPC in power armor in this game. Most of the other ones have been dead, frankly. What's going on with the shoulders? Hold on, I want to see this without the HUD effect. I think this is the skin everyone is upset that you can't actually get in the game. Oh yeah, look at that. It's just like slightly dirty, crummy T-51 with a nice Brotherhood logo on it. It is different though, because there's that bundle that's coming out soon. Actually, it might be coming out like in the next few days, but that has it's like a weird camo pattern. It's different than this though.
We completed the first part of our mission. I can't say I agree with your methods. Talking things through gives the impression of a compromise. The Brotherhood doesn't compromise. We determine what needs to be done, and we do it. You did do the second part right, so I'll leave it at that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it.
What's going to happen to this place?
We'll set up some protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia.
You okay, Knight? You seem a little angry.
I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him. This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again.
Oh. I'll find out where the weapons came from.
This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
I mean, clearly there's a rogue agent somewhere in the Brotherhood. The only question is, whomst? I guess this is a makeshift vault. There's a dead person over here. Maybe a kid? Oh, we got a goodie somewhere. Let's read that. Astonishing. What is this one? Oh, good. Mirelurks. I'll run into so many of those. One last trip. Since construction on our own vault is ahead of schedule, we decided to head in the ground for final supply run. Saw a bear sniffing around when we got back. Managed to scare it off with the rifle, though. I don't think it'll be coming back anytime soon. It's starting to get bad out there, but we should be finished in a couple weeks. We'll be all right. I don't think you made it in time, but someone lived in here for a while. Where are the Brotherhood supplies that we came in here to get? It made it look like it was like in this room, right? Oh, it's literally just a bank vault door. That didn't even register in my brain. Unessential. Got a letter from Vault-Tec informing us they couldn't secure any spots for us in any of the vaults. They called us unessential. Unessential my ass. I helped build those damn vaults. Who the hell do they think is going to rebuild the world if the bombs hit? They don't miss any of these supplies borrowed. What are they going to do? Fire me? Oh, so an experienced vault engineer designed this place, it would seem. Huh. I mean, I guess this could be used as a base. It's technically fortifiable. What did I come in? 1, 2... There's a couple friendlies over here. Nope, they're gone. It was just probably the raiders leaving and they hadn't registered. Alright, let's go have a chat with... Why are you so far north at Crater? It's cool, though, that we're involving the other factions. I wonder how much foresight they had when making this content that... Like, how far deep down the rabbit hole is it going to take into account the stuff I did with Crater and Foundation as far as the Wastelanders quest line goes? Or is it going to be kind of like characters that weren't there before and just happen to be there now, like they've always been there? That reminds me, speaking of that, when I went to do I did the Raider questline again with that other new character I made, Fresh Meat, and I was actually able to keep Gentleman Johnny alive, because apparently the key thing is you have to complete his not side quest, but his quest where you go to the arena. You have to complete that properly, like you have to win the rounds for him. This was not here before. And if you do that, he's amicable enough that you can convince him out of trying to hack the system in the raid, and that'll keep him alive. Hey, Power Patrol. So that was surprising. So my other character, he's still alive. Smoky. All right, Piercy boy.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only going to get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor.
Who's this gentleman in the back? Burke. You look cool, Burke.
You're not welcome.
Sorry. You are younger than I thought.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel?
I'm just here to chat, make friends.
Brilliant. Well, let me just pop open a bottle of Nuka-Shine, and we'll kick back, exchange stories, tearfully share all the details of our tragic pasts. But I suppose yours goes something like this. You were a wayward soul, lost, looking for purpose. Then the Brotherhood of Steel came along and put a badge of honor on your chest. Made you feel like you really mattered. So now, you'll do anything for them. Like risking your life to come to Crater and ask about those weapons you confiscated. Well, here's my backstory. The Brotherhood of Steel pointed their guns at my face, stole my property. So that property is their problem now. I'm not telling you a damn thing.
Interesting.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking
Oh my god, a
about.
voice of reason.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey,
Yeah.
you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
I think he heard you, but that's... Man, you move fast. Okay. Cool hair. Cool football makeup.
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested?
What is it you want?
I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know.
How do you know about our scribes?
How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it.
You're really willing to betray Pierce
This
like
isn't
this?
a betrayal. It's just good business sense.
What do you do with the data?
We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right?
Maybe I should... Can I tell them about it?
Doodles.
Ah,
Hey,
are you gonna have anything to say?
Hmm?
Oh. You okay?
Yeah. I'm not very good at talking.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
Thank you. I know it makes people feel weird.
You reminded me of, Edward Scissorhands. What do you do around here?
Guard places, lift things, kill people.
So soft-spoken. Oh, cool. I love lifting things.
Good exercise. Keeps your body warm.
I guess. Tell me about the war party.
They're my friends.
You look up to Pierce?
Pierce is kind. I owe him everything. If you hurt him, you'll pay.
Gina?
She's scary sometimes, but she does it for us. I would do the same.
I can't tell if this dude is cool or creepy. Anyone else you're close around?
No, I don't get along well with people.
living in Appalachia.
Anything else?
Real
Sure.
life game of blast radius.
How do you feel about the Brotherhood?
They threaten my friends, so I'll take them down.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye, Captain Soft-spoken.
Hi.
Anything else
Got
I can
the
talk to you
holotape?
about? I need more time.
I'll be here.
Okay. And away we go. Listen, I'm not crazy for the Brotherhood, but I'm crazy for Raiders less. So I may let them in. On the other character, maybe I'll kind of be the bad guy. But I mean, huh? So for the most part, it feels like you can get away with talking your way out of a lot of incidents of violence so far. I'm curious if that is going to hold up. I have to remember to do the other. I think, as far as the quests go, there's just this one quest line, and then there's the side quest for the shelters. I have to remember to do that. Although apparently that's super short. It's literally just like you walk in and talk to someone and you get them. Let's talk to the old scribe Valdez.
So then it's back to working on that vertibird.
Oh, she's working on the
We're
thingy.
really fixing this place up, don't you think? Any new deeds to add to your scroll?
I need your help with a situation involving the Raiders.
Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right, how can I help?
They have some important information, but are asking for information about us in return.
I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me.
Noted. You're a programmer too. Amazing.
Well, you know, just trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and all, but sometimes it's also nice to write code without having to get my hands dirty.
Okay. Thank you.
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
That thing's... I'm curious about that thing, where else it's going to come into play. Because it seems like Atlas, Project Atlas is pretty much hopeless, but... Also, these components were not on this
Need some
table
words of
before.
wisdom
Are they making like a... Are they making like
Yeah,
a
this observatory's so busted
smaller
up.
portable cannon?
To look at the stars.
Load holotape. Sheena's holotape. Dummy files. Okay. A lot of options.
I wonder what stories are...
So where did everyone get the weapons from? I'm still kind of thinking maybe it's that Thornberry character. Because they were really, really vague about his situation. What the hell is this email address? That looks like spam. Anyways, they're really vague about what happened to him. So, you know, it's got me thinking that maybe he'll come into play. Because the other guy, Connors, they have no problem saying that he died a lot. Like, it's come up in conversation like 3 times already, and I read it on the terminal. Everyone worshipped that guy, but the Matthew Thornberry, no one said a thing. This door is upside down, I just realized. In fact, this whole structure is upside down. That's kind of funny.
To tally up the new raiders. Hope they're not weaklings. Don't touch anything. You've got the holotape?
Here it is, loaded with Brotherhood intel.
Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again.
Okay. You mean settlers at Foundation had them too?
Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them.
The other weapons you got the other raiders you got the weapons from, where did they come from?
West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much
Ohio,
further out they went.
Jesus. Did your raider friends mention anything else about the fight?
They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the Fallen.
That's good to know.
Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Anything else we can talk
I
about?
don't have time to socialize.
Oh. What do you do around here?
Ugh, what don't I do around here? Pierce has a way with words, but if he was in charge of our combat operations, we'd all be dead. Everyone else is too busy writing war cries or painting skulls on their armor to make a plan. I don't mind it, though. Doing things myself means that other people can't mess it up.
Okay. What about the war party?
Is this a logistics question, or are you asking me to gossip?
Pierce?
We've been friends ever since he came to Crater. All you need to know about Pierce is that he's going to keep Crater safe. Full stop.
Burke?
Why wouldn't I? Burke is one of us. Look, I don't like talking about other people. If you have a question for Burke, then you can ask them yourself. All right.
Why do you hate the Brotherhood so much?
It's not a hate thing. It's about survival.
Who says the Brotherhood's gonna kill anyone?
Are you shitting me? Anyone who doesn't bend the knee to the Brotherhood automatically becomes an enemy. And I'm not gonna obediently wait around to be branded and culled.
Not very friendly.
Oh, so you noticed. Let me just adjust my attitude for you real quick. There we go. Fuck off.
Oh, nice. Anything else I can talk to you about,
Hello.
Burke? No? Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I take it back. I do like Burke. Wait, there's a person here? Who's here? Oh, hey, Pierce.
Don't let the skeletons in the cages scare you. We're perfectly capable of making it quick.
What are you trying to do here?
We're here to ensure that there remains a place for Crater in Appalachia. The more people come here, the more they'll want to take their own space, set their own rules, and then force those rules on others. Crater is our home, our freedom, our future. I won't allow anyone to take that away.
Who says the Brother are going to take that away?
The Brotherhood thinks of itself as our saviors. They'll take what they believe is righteous. And when we refuse to give it, they'll strike us down. It starts small. Food and supplies, a home base. They offer protection in return. And hope. Hope is powerful.
How do you have so
enough
much
to make you
experience with
blind.
this?
So when they start asking for more, when they start setting rules, occupying homes, taking lives, well, then it's too late. We can't let it get that far.
Order could be a good thing.
Order or tyranny, I'm not interested in either.
Any other threats in Appalachia?
Besides the obvious scorched and mutant life. Foundation, maybe. But it'll be a long time before they start asking for more. They're like us, in some ways. Just looking for a home. But don't tell Meg I said that.
Something else?
Too political for you? Don't worry. In the end, it just amounts to fighting.
What insight this character has. You run the place?
Look, I'm not some kind of CEO or general. This is a family. Everyone does their part. Mine is the talking. Letting people know what we're doing all this for. How important it is. I may have started this effort, but it's the war party who moves it forward. And if you're not a part of it, I'd caution you to stay out of its way.
What about the war party?
Only good things. What do you want to know?
Sheena.
She's more than a rung in a hierarchy. Sheena plans our operations. She's got a head for strategy. Said she used to play Blast Radius on repeat as a kid, until she could beat everyone she knew, including the adults. Imagine that. World's gone to shit and people still find solace in games. At that age, I was, well, still in school, studying for a future that never came to be.
Huh. What's with Burke?
Burke's our muscle. The most hard-working person we've got. They don't talk much. Action is more their language. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, gender neutral?
Because it suits them better. When I first met Burke, they were different. Secluded. Like they didn't want anyone to see them. Burke flinched when others talked about them. People expected things based on how they looked. They had these titles. Silent Man, albino dog. One day I asked if something else would feel better. It took some trial and error, but we eventually settled on the neutral they. They're a much happier person now, for the insignificant price of a word.
Sorry, Burke. I was getting your pronouns wrong. I won't do that again. I'll try. I'm glad to hear that.
Me too. We all have a public perception in this world. Sometimes it doesn't match what we feel inside. Sometimes there's nothing we can do about that. But other times there is. And I don't need to understand everything Burke is feeling to want to see a smile on the face.
I'm sorry. Are we at Crater or Sesame Street? This has been so pleasantly educational. Is Meg involved in any of this?
Meg has enough on her plate without the Brotherhood to deal with. I came to her one day with an army of raiders, raring to fight. She looked at me and said, "What are you waiting for? This ain't no democracy. Just don't get Crater in trouble and we're good." So, here we are. The war party.
Oh, so you're kind of a faction within a faction. That makes sense. What about the rest of Crater?
We have plenty of support. Not everyone wants to be directly involved, but those who do are ready to risk life and limb. There's also your fair share of mercenary Craterites just looking for caps. But considering the Brotherhood could probably pay better, I suspect those mercs have an ounce of loyalty they're not willing to admit to.
Okay.
Why not get to know them yourself? I'm sure you'll find there's more than meets the eye.
How come you don't just kill me?
There's no blood spilled in the war room. This is where we plan our battles, not enact them. The Brotherhood should know that we're not a bunch of mindless killers. So if they want to send someone here to talk, they can. Not that anything will come of it.
Okay, bye.
I'll be here until the
Thanks for the
Brotherhood
education on Burke. That's really cool. Oh, what's the proper pangender? I'm so bad at it.
I'm alive today.
Gender fluid? Is that the one? Is Burke an albino? I guess they're an albino. Eyes aren't. Cool. I like that. I do like that. Hey, good for you, developers. But you know, don't settle at just one. Feel free to include many characters like that. You know, help people feel included. Don't just have one token character. But it's a good start. It's gender fluid. I'm really bad at this. It's not that I never wanted to know about it. It's just I've never cared what other people want to address themselves as or feel like they are. It's never bothered me. So I guess I never took the time to really kind of educate myself on it. I should read more about that, I think. That's cool though. Can't say I've heard of too many games with characters like that. Let's see. I'm trying to think in recent memory. There was a transgender character in Somerset. That's a totally different thing. No, I can't honestly think of another example. Let it start a trend. He's probably not going to be happy with how I handled the situation. A bit of a grumpy Gus, that Shin.
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
I try not to. Wait a minute. Is that the normal brother? That's a different. Wait. That's a different Brotherhood of Steel paint job for that combat armor. Isn't it? Or is it the same one? No, it does. It's normally just black and white. Yeah, that's a totally different one.
Each day in service of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
Is
Please
it
make sure
though?
to fill out your ration requests. And no, we will not be accommodating aversion to mutated produce. All produce is mutated now. I see you returned.
Pumpkins seem fine.
Standing by for your report.
The raiders got the weapons from 2 sources, possibly more.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources.
A group of raiders traveling from the west said they earned it in a battle.
I see. And are those raiders still at Crater?
It sounded like they were just visiting.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
Did you come into contact? Did you come in contact with the
Without
Raiders?
more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route.
That's all I have to report on the
And
Raiders.
the other one.
Some came from the settlers of Foundation.
Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
Is Foundation really a concern?
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today.
That's all I have to report on the settlers.
So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
How did the Brotherhood lose possession of these weapons in the first place? Oh, the Raiders mentioned a Knight's helmet. Someone important die?
A Knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other Knights embarked with us from the West Coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey.
Okay, so he didn't die.
Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable.
I suspect we'll be seeing those characters in the next piece of content. Or maybe at the end of this one. How did the Brotherhood lose possession of the weapons in the first place?
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it.
Okay, I'll report to
Ad
Paladin
Victoria.
Romani. You know, they don't give a lot of experience, but these quests
Ad
do give
Victoria.
decent caps. 300 is nothing to sneeze at. Hey, give me another cool Brotherhood weapon. That's... You gave me nothing. Oh, I was going to say she never leaves her spot, but she has moved about 3 feet? No, 2 feet? Clockwise around that table? Or counterclockwise? Okay, we'll talk to her in the next episode. That cup is oddly luminescent.
Throwing nukes left and right. Do the people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
We'll continue this in the next episode, so thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon, but until then, bye.